You know, tea parties are hot these days, so Ken Wingard is here to show us how to create the perfect tablescape for this very special occasion. He's enlisted the help of Michele Bachmann, yes, who happens to be an expert on napkin folding, so you're going to show us how to do that. But Ken is going to show us how he did this beautiful tablescape. You went to a store and got things and glued them together.
Yeah,
who knew?
One of the important things about teas is that they really need to be formal. That's the sort of specialness of it. You need to sort of up your game, but it doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. So I went out last night, I went to Out of the Closet, which is a local thrift store, and I bought everything on the table for $39. There I am.
Stop it, under $40.
All the plates were like $1.50, $2, so things don't have to match.
They don't match either.
Right, so you see here, we have a gold luncheon plate. We have one with like silver. Put that on top, and it looks fabulous.
And you used our glasses that we made. We actually made these, Michele.
With the gold leaf Jesse Jane made these. Aren't those lovely?
Yeah, you have to. We have an app now. You can go back and watch our show and learn how to do all that.
Can't put it in the microwave anymore.
No,
right, can't put it in the microwave.
No, okay.
So for the centerpiece, what you really want is something that's going to be special. And this I made. It looks amazing. It's all made from secondhand cups and saucers. I made it this morning.
Real flowers.
Real flowers. I have a tape of me putting it together.
Let's take a look at the tape.
I started with just a glass cake stand. I think that was the big purchase. That was like $3. a single wine glass with a little bit of hot glue on the bottom. Because what I'm doing first is making our sort of two-tiered set.
Is that what that is?
Right.
Yes, isn't that genius?
Glass cake plate with a little bit on the top rim, and then you've got your tiers. To get the third tier on top, I did a glass candlestick, a little shorty, and then what is, I think, was an old sugar bowl with a saucer with the missing top, and I did that on top. Actually, I think it's a soup bowl.
Handles.
And then around the bottom, I did cup on top of a saucer, and every other one I sort of put on the side, and I stacked a couple of them. So you just basically keep layering. I put a little creamer in the front, and voila.
That's beautiful. I love it.
All done.
It's really, really pretty.
And to put the flowers in, if you can see, I'll cheat it here. It's just a piece of foam soaked in water, and then I just cut the roses short. Great way to use roses that are past their life, where they've gotten a little foggy. The other thing I did, and Michele, I'm going to ask you to help me out. To make these little petit four stands, all I did was take a saucer and a candlestick, and if you put a little bit of hot glue on the top there. We did this last season to make large ones, and this is a great way to bring your what's traditionally a bread and butter plate up to a whole new level.
Go take it this way.
Yeah, it's easier to get it centered if you do it that way.
Michele, do you do DIY projects at home?
We do. One of our girls just loves it, loves it, loves it. We actually have a craft room.
You do?
Whoa!
Yes. So
now I'm bitter.
So just,
I told her not.
Okay,
flip it
you're
over.
invited.
All right, I have a
My
Michele
craft
Bachmann
room.
invitation.
Oh, I
Isn't
love
that
There you go.
that.
And it really makes things elegant.
That.
And then, so for setting the table, you want to do this right. You want to use a luncheon-size plate, not a dinner plate, because everything needs to stay dainty and small.
These are both luncheon.
They're both
right?
luncheon. I stacked it just to add some depth to the table. Fork on the left, knife on the right with the blade facing in, and then your teaspoon right after that. Your cup and saucer go to the right of your spoon and knife.
Oh, you have to be very particular when you give a tea party.
And your water glass.
Just like Downton Abbey.
Very Downton Abbey. I don't have the measuring stick, though.
Right.
And your water glass at the tip of your knife.
We'll take care of that. I think it's what?
There's a lot a little off there.
We go.
There you go, an inch in.
Must be perfect.
You want to have your cream and sugar, and many people don't know this. The teapot, the tea should be poured by the host or hostess, so the teapot should be placed on the table with the spout actually facing who the hostess is. As a signifier of who will be pouring the tea.
I see.
All right.
And you want to
so
start.
then you burn yourself.
No, then you have to burn yourself as you, but you know, the English.
We suffer, suffer.
Food-wise, you want to keep everything very small. So we have these wonderful little bite-sized sandwiches. You don't want to have to use a knife. You don't want to have to like bite. Everything should just pop in.
Shove a pancake before you
come in.
Or you can make those little pancakes that you made, little tiny
bellinis.
Oh, that's so cute.
Perfect. I love combining segments.
Because they would taste great with tea.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
It would be good
Yeah,
to
you
take
could
for
skewer
breakfast.
them too.
Yes.
And you want to serve your savory stuff first, and then keep your sweets off to the side, and then move those in once your savories are done.
But life is short. Dessert
Yes.
Then you do not. I'm counting those, Michelle. The next is napkins, and you took a napkin folding course.
I did.
Again,
I
there.
did. I
you
did.
show
I
us
did.
how
I
you
did.
do it?
I
Let me move
absolutely
those
will.
out of the
I
way.
did
Out
this.
of the way there.
My husband and I were first married. We moved to another city, and I just said I wanted to get to know people, so I did some adult ed classes. This was one, and it lasted for a total of one session. So anyway, you take a square napkin.
Go ahead, try.
It's better to take one that's
go,
crisp,
Christina.
a crisp napkin.
Okay.
So use your iron steamer and get it really nice and crisp. So corner to corner. So just fold it in half. It's a square. Now you're turning it into a triangle. Take each of the corners on either side, pull that corner up to this one, and pull this corner up so that you have like a fold in the middle. Okay. So you got that.
It's a square now.
Now it's a square. Now we're going to go back to triangle. So we went square, triangle, square. Now we're going to go triangle. So tuck it under itself. Got that?
Oh, that got tricky.
So-
That got
wait,
tricky.
wait, I
That
know
got
you're
tricky.
going to
All right, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right.
Okay, so you got this opening here. Okay, so you got your triangle, right? Does
Right.
everybody's look like
Got
that?
it, got
okay,
it.
great. Okay, now what you do
Christina's
is
I got it. I
fine.
got it. I got it.
now we're going to make like a crown. So fold it around,
Right.
and you're going to tuck the back into itself. You've got a little shelf back there.
Tucky,
Tuck it
tucky.
into itself. Now this is so cool. Get ready to be amazed. Okay, so here's the front, and pull the two little sides down, and you got an iris. It is so great. Okay, so but what you do is you set it facing the diner, and
Facing the
it sits
diner.
right up on the plate. And
Oh my goodness, I
kids
love it.
love to have it fancy. This is so fast, you can't believe it. But kids love to have it fancy, and depending on tea party, if it's Christmas, Easter, whatever it is, you can put little things in it. And so I'll put things in like candy canes.
Let's put a
or
cookie. Let's put a
mint sprig,
scone in
or
there.
you just put. You're the
Little
one who's
treasures,
so,
little,
you
like-
put a little treasure in, or like here you've got your rose.
Can we put a cookie in there?
Rose.
You know, you could do something like
look how
that.
lovely that
a
is.
rose, or sorry, I don't want to wreck your
You're
gorgeous
welcome.
thing.
I got a
Yeah,
crafting
so there-
invitation. You can
whoops.
wreck whatever
Well,
you
there.
want to.
So
Okay.
anyway, so there you go. So you've got your iris just like that, and then
love that.
I've got a napkin where maybe it'll be Battenberg lace up here or something on
that's
it.
beautiful.
Or like if it's like a kid's party, you could have their photo. Put like
love
their
that.
photo up here, and then that way
Nice
that.
if they were monogrammed, little monogram.
We
and
just
that's
have
how
to
they
ask
know
Mich-
that it's for them.
That's
Michelle,
really
we have to ask
that's
you to
very
come
sweet.
back to do more DIY parties. You're brilliant at this.
Listen,
but
7 months of winter in Minnesota, LA. I'm here.
No
if
wonder
you
you
would
can
like
work
more
at Blue Guy.
instructions for Ken's Tea Party and Tablescapes, we can. You'll be able to get us on our website and our Pinterest page, which is pinterest.com/home and family TV, and also at kennethwingard.com, and look for Michele Bachmann's new DIY Pinterest page when she goes home. It'll be available probably next week.